Good morning, students. Today let us learn in detail about scattering of light and then Tyndall effect. Already you have learned Tyndall effect in ninth standard. That same Tyndall effect and scattering of light helps us to understand how do we see the actual light and how does the sky appears blue. Right? Now we know that the Earth's atmosphere consists of heterogeneous mixture of fine particles. Heterogeneous mixture of fine particles such as dust particles, water droplets, water vapor, then smoke particles, and then air molecules. Atmosphere mainly consists of air molecules such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, neon, and rare earth gases. Mixture of all such gases is air. Along with this, you will be also finding dust particles, suspended particles in the air, then moisture, that is water droplets and water vapor, and fine smoke particles due to pollution. So this is what we call as heterogeneous mixture of gases. Earth's atmosphere is a heterogeneous mixture gases like air molecules, water vapor, water droplets, dust particles, smoke particles, etc. So when the light enters through such a heterogeneous, especially when the sunlight enters through such a heterogeneous mixture of gases into the Earth's atmosphere, the light gets reflected in all possible directions. This process of the reflection of light by these fine particles suspended in the air, is called as scattering. But interesting thing is, the sunlight, we take it as white light. The sunlight consists of 7 colors. So when sunlight enters into such a heterogeneous mixture of gases, different colored lights of the sunlight are getting reflected at different angles. They are getting reflected at different angles. So this process of reflecting the light at different angles for different colors of the light by the heterogeneous mixture of air or any other heterogeneous medium, transparent medium, is called as scattering of light. Now just write the scattering of light. What is the scattering of light? If you just draw a suspended molecule, a suspended particle like this, when the light strikes this is incident light, incident sunlight, you can say, white light. After being absorbed, the absorption of the light also takes place. After being absorbed, you will find the light getting reflected in all possible directions. This process is called as scattering. So here different colors of this white light are getting reflected at different angles. So this process is called as scattering of light. When sunlight or white light enters into a transparent heterogeneous means not homogeneous, not having same particles. Mixture of all such particles is called as heterogeneous. When enters into a transparent heterogeneous medium, after absorption, different color light, different colored lights are deflected or deviated. Different colored lights are deviated. You can say deviated or deflected at different directions. At different directions. This process is called scattering of light. So yesterday we learned about blue color of the sky. The blue color of the sky is again explained based on scattering of light. When the light enters through the Earth's atmosphere, the fine molecules of air, whose size is very small compared to the wavelength of light. Yesterday I told you wavelength of light is from 4000 angstrom to 7500 angstrom. So the air molecules like nitrogen molecules, oxygen molecules, carbon dioxide molecules, 78% of the air is consisting of nitrogen, 21% of the air is consisting of oxygen, and hardly remaining 1%, out of remaining 1%, 0.03% is made up of carbon dioxide. Remaining all rare earth gases, and all these molecules are having so small fine size that their size is less than the size of wavelength of light. So in that case, the intensity of such scattered light is inversely proportional to fourth power of wavelength. As I told you, again I am repeating, the intensity of scattered light or the angle through which the light is scattered depends inversely on fourth power of wavelength. So obviously the colors which are having short wavelengths, violet, indigo, blue, the colors which are having short wavelength, violet, indigo, blue, are scattered most to the maximum angle. So when you see far away things, when you see far away sky, the sky appears blue, because blue is the most prominent color compared to violet and indigo. Blue is the more prominent compared to violet and indigo for our eyes. Therefore the sky appears blue, right? And we discussed reddening of the sun just during sunrise and during sunset. The sun appears very beautiful red in color, followed by the sky around the sun also. The reason is same again. The light is passing through the thickest atmosphere when it is in the early morning or just in the evening. So the light travels through longer distance during sunrise or sunset. when it passes through longer distance, it encounters the maximum thickness of the atmosphere. As a result, the least scattered light is that of longer wavelengths. The longest wavelength is red. Therefore, the red is scattered least just during the sunrise or sunset. So, red is scattered least, and blue and all shorter colors are scattered away. So, other part of the sky will be still looking blue. So, this is the reason. Then, the astronaut who is flying, the astronaut who is there in the higher altitudes, quite away from the earth, the astronauts cannot be able to see blue color of the sky. When they look at the sky appears dark. Why the sky appears dark? The reason is, at that higher and higher altitudes, there is no atmosphere, there is no scattering take place, there is no scattering medium, there is no heterogeneous medium. So, there is no air molecules, no dust particles, nothing. Therefore, when the light enters such non-dispersing medium, the light doesn't get scattered. So, naturally, there is nothing to scatter. Therefore, the sky appears dark. Sky appears dark at the higher and higher altitudes. Similarly, when you go on the surface of the moon, what is the color of sky on the surface of the moon? Just think. The color of the sky on the surface of the moon is again dark, black. Why? The moon doesn't have the atmosphere as we have here on the surface of the earth. The moon doesn't have any atmosphere. Therefore, color on the surface of the moon, the color of the sky on the surface of the moon, if you observe, it is always dark. So, interstitial space where there are no stars, if you observe, it is always dark. There is nothing to scatter. If there is nothing to scatter, then the light cannot be appearing. In the surroundings, we usually see the light. It is because of the diffusely reflected light. The diffusely reflected light from these fine particles in the atmosphere make the light appear, and we will be able to see the things. Even in the classroom, we get diffused sunlight. This is what we discussed. And this scattering of light was very well explained by Tyndall effect. So, you must have done a simple activity in 9th standard. If you allow the light to pass through a clear water or clear solution, then you will not be able to see the path of light. For example, if you take water and allow laser light beam to pass through the water, you take a glass full of water, transparent glass, fill it with water, allow the light to pass through with the help of laser torch. You will not be able to see the path of light. Right? If you put a little bit of sugar and turn it, less sugar and turn it until the sugar is thoroughly mixed, till then you will not be able to see the path of the light. If you add a little bit of milk, add milk into the water and allow the light, you will clearly see the passage of light, the beam of light through the milk solution. Or even you can add in the water, if you add a little bit of Dettol solution, the Dettol solution suddenly mixes and forms white liquid, white solution. If you allow laser torch, you can very easily see the path of light. It means if there are certain suspended particles in the transparent medium, the light falling on those suspended particles get deflected, deviated at different angles. Different colored light gets deflected at different angles. Since white light consists of 7 colors, these 7 colors are deflected at different angles of scattering. So this process is called as Tyndall effect. Now you can write what is Tyndall effect. Okay, what is Tyndall effect? Tyndall is the name of famous scientist, famous physicist, who found out that the colloidal solutions will show scattering of light rather than clear solutions. Right? The colloidal solutions consist of the suspended molecules whose sizes are little larger than usual water molecules, size of the water molecules. They will be able to deviate the light at different angles, so you will be able to see the path of light. Very good example is, suppose the room is closed and it is totally dark. If there is any broken tile from the surface, if there is any broken or a small hole in the roof tile, if the light of the sun, if the sunlight is entering through that small hole, you must have observed that beam of light can be seen. That beam of light, how is it seen? It is all seen because of the dust particles present in the room. These dust particles reflect that light, deviate that light at different angles, so we will be able to see the path of light. Right? Similarly, in the thick forest, the thick dense forest, one can see the Tyndall effect, the beam of sunlight due to the mist present over there. The mist means suspended water droplets in the air. The suspended water droplets and water vapor in the air, and humidity in the thick dense forest is very high. As a result, when the sunlight enters through thick dense forest, canopy of thick dense forest, we can see the beam of sunlight in different directions in the thick jungle. So the scattering of light by the fine suspended particles present in a heterogeneous transparent medium. Transparent or translucent, you can also say it as not strictly transparent, translucent. For example, smoke. In the smoke, very easily one can see the path of light. This process is called as Tyndall effect. So from the study of Tyndall effect, very fine particles like air molecules whose size is smaller than the wavelength of light, they scatter blue, violet, indigo, blue light, that is blue, violet, indigo are the short wavelengths, shorter wavelength lights, shorter wavelengths. They scatter light of shorter wavelength, light of shorter wavelength the most. Then yesterday I think I have written this. Large, little bit large particles like dust particles and so on scatter longer wavelengths. Longer wavelength light like orange, red and so on. Orange or red to the most. If the particles are still larger, if the particles are much larger, like you can say water droplets, Water droplets are quite larger compared to these dust particles and air molecules. Water droplets all the wavelengths, all the colors are equally scattered. So this is the third point which is important. Why do the clouds generally appear white? Yesterday also we have discussed. The clouds generally appear white because the clouds are consisting of water droplets whose size is quite larger. So all the 7 colors of sunlight are equally scattered in all directions. The angle of scattering of all these 7 colors is same in all the directions. Therefore, you will not be able to see any other color than white. So the white color is reflected as it is. Therefore, it appears generally the clouds appear white. The snow appear white. Right? Even the hills which are covered with snow, they also appear white because all the colors are equally scattered in all directions. That is the reason why the clouds appear generally white. So we have discussed the reason for appearance of red of the sun during sunrise and sunset, and the sun at noon time just over our head, the sun appears white because when the sunlight is passing directly over our head, it is passing through smaller thickness of atmosphere compared to that in the case of early morning and the early evening. When it is directly over our head, the sunlight passes through smaller thickness of atmosphere. As a result, the blue and violet and all other shorter wavelengths are least scattered. Okay? Therefore, the sun appears white. So these are the very important things that we observe in our day-to-day life. Very interesting natural processes. I think you got the answer for all the interesting questions. If you have still any doubts, you can discuss with me, and I have given already the phone number. So this is how we are going to conclude regarding the light, reflection and refraction. Topic on light, reflection and refraction. If you still have any doubt, you can write the question in your group, or directly you can ask me through my WhatsApp number. Thank you. Have a nice day.